Well, Swindon will be pretty confident as they head north to Turf Moor. 2 impressive home wins in the league, scoring no less than 11 goals, and the knowledge that on the 4 occasions they've played Burnley in the Cup, they've won 3 times. And they'll be hoping for goals like this, scored by now injured Charlie Henry late last season when the Clarets last visited the county ground. It's rather ironic, really, that one of the pictures hanging outside Swindon's boardroom is the centenary FA Cup final in 1962 between Spurs and Burnley. Burnley losing 3-1. Is that an omen? Well, Swindon fans believe it could be, because Burnley has always been associated with winning runs for Swindon. In '68, after 3 matches, Swindon beat Burnley to go on and win the League Cup at Wembley. It's estimated well over 1,000 fans will be heading for Turf Moor on Saturday, with many going on a special supporters train which leaves Swindon short before 9 in the morning. It's that sort of support which will lift the young team. No less than 5 players are 20 years of age or less. And for them, including Paul Rideout, top scorer, it's going to be a treat.
We won't do anything special. We never have done. I think it's another game, an important game, but you know, we'll do the usual week and go out and play the same way as we always have. I mean, we don't change tactics just because we're playing Burnley.
One exception to the rule, I suspect, is that you'll be travelling up the night before.
Yes, we don't do many overnight trips. We can't afford to, really, but we should be going on Friday and prepare the lads the right way.
And team selection will be made on Friday?
Yes, I'll have Gary Emanuel available for selection, and hopefully Kevin Badley will have recovered from his thigh strain. So, yes, you know, it gives me a few problems because the team have done well, but that's a problem I like.
Let's start with Ray Baverstock, one of the defenders, 19 years of age. A little bit about him?
Yes, Ray came through the Swindon schoolboys and came when I was youth manager, and he's come through the youth to the reserves and now through to the first team. He's worked very, very hard at his game, and he's only played about half a dozen games, so I was very pleased how he played today.
Beside him is 18-year-old Colin Bailey, who had the chance of coming into the first team through injury and has stayed ever since.
Colin is an Irish lad. He came from Belfast. I picked him up when he was 14, 15. Again, he's came through with me, so he is a tremendous prospect. I mean, he can play either full-back position, which is a good asset for us anyway.
Good pair of legs on Paul Batty. He seems to run his heart out.
Well, Paul's a good little midfield dynamo. I mean, he's just 19, comes from Doncaster, so he's got the Yorkshire grit. But he's a good competitor, and he's a good passer of the ball. We've got high hopes of Paul.
Mustn't forget Brian Hughes. He's now the old man of the team, about 20, isn't he?
Of the 5, yes, Brian is the older one. He came in for suspended Gary Manuel, and I thought he battled away very well for us today. It's important we try to keep him.
Burnley from the Second Division recently thrashed Spurs 4-1 in the Milk Cup, and Swindon manager John Trollope must hope and fancy his chances of a draw.
And by 3 goals to 1. Our manager John Trollope called his team's performance disappointing and said his team gave away 3 joke goals.